Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video I'm going to be looking at the Form 10Q released by Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, and unfortunately I'm also going to be sharing some more sad news, and we're also going to be looking at ticker symbol GNS TTOO, and we're also going to be sharing with you another stock that is up in excess of 111% since January and still doing exceptionally well. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here is a stock slide as Fed's inflation battle grinds on. So there has been a significant red day in the markets today, and obviously inflation is a key concern. We can also see another headline here: the Dow Jones falls nearly 300 points as the banking sector concerns, and also weak data coming from China. So not great news there, and we can see here reflected in today's heat map almost a clean sweep of red, including energy, technology, communication, financial and all the key sectors. So I'm going to start by sharing some more sad news for the MMTLP community, and following on from yesterday's tribute video to Tony Twits, I'd like to give a shout out here to Joel with more bad news, and he's posted earlier today. MMTLP, he was an OG from Torch who saw value in MMAT and got U3 halted. Ben was a dear friend who loved inviting many of his friends to enjoy his barbecue. It's hard now not to see him at work every day. He always told me he was buying more, and rest in peace Ben. So again, from my point of view, condolences to the family of Ben Howard, another MMTLP holder who has unfortunately passed away. So in terms of Joel updating about Ben, he stated here Ben was from the UAE. He was an MMTLP and MMAT holder who died last week. So guess who has posted the three of them together here, and with a message to Congress: settling the trades with the T+250 should not include a body count. It's the OTC, it's not the Wild West. The community has lost 3 valuable members in less than a week. We are not okay, make no mistake, we are not leaving. We won't be silenced, we are relentless, and we will win. Say their names: Susan, Ben and Tony. They may be gone, but they will not be forgotten, and we will continue the fight for them. So I would like to second that. So a great post here by Guess Who. Now let's have a look at the recent Form 10Q that was submitted by the company yesterday, and this is for the quarter ended June the 30th 2023. So in this Form 10Q, first thing I'm going to do is jump straight ahead to the consolidated balance sheet, and the key figure I'm going to focus on is the value of the oil and natural gas properties. So December the 31st 2022, the company in these accounts were valuing these just in excess of $79 million, and currently the latest valuation is in excess of $118.255 million. So total assets has also gone up, so from just in excess of $80.7 million to currently $119.1 million. So that's good news. However, liabilities have also gone up, so that basically means the company has more debt. So previously it's just in excess of $30.2 million, and currently we're looking at $44.6 million. So remember, there was some updates in terms of McCabe and Metamaterials. So McCabe has now taken care of that debt to Metamaterials, but that will not be reflected in these accounts. So let's have a look at the statement of operations, also known as profit and loss account, and we can see here for the 3-month period the company is currently at a net loss just in excess of $2.4 million. However, for a 6-month period the net loss is $4.8 million, and this is obviously also going up compared to the previous periods. And now if we look at the going concern information here stated by the company, we can see here basically the company expects to incur further losses in the development of the business, and obviously working capital deficit as of June 30th 2023 is currently approximately $43 million. The company's ability to continue as a growing concern is dependent on the ability to generate financial profitable operations, to obtain the necessary financing to meet its obligations and repay liabilities arising from normal business operations when they come. And also it states here, management believes that it will be able to obtain the necessary funding to allow the company to remain a going concern through the methods discussed above. So the company is stating here they do need cash, but they also believe that they are able to raise the cash. So that's the point that they're making. However, there's always risk in every business, and that risk is obviously loss of everything. The final thing I'm going to look at is a section here titled Current Projects, and it states here the company is an energy company engaged in the acquisition, exploration and exploitation and other development of oil and natural gas properties in the US. The company is focused on acquisition of early stage projects, development and delineation of these projects, and then the monetization of those assets once the activities are completed. So I think the key question that everybody will be looking at, is there any evidence of a sale and is there any evidence of a buyer? In this Form 10Q, there is no evidence of a buyer. There is no indication that the company are currently in negotiations with a seller. With a buyer for the assets, and I think that is the key thing that most people will be looking for, and certainly that is something I'm sure the company will be hoping for behind the scenes. But in my opinion, once the share reconciliation takes place, I think that will certainly make it much more easy to do that. But for now, the company is going ahead with the drilling obligations, with the exploration, maintaining obviously payment of the liabilities that they have, and making sure they have enough funding, which they have stated here, to continue as a going concern. Next update I'd like to provide is for ticker symbol GNS, also known as the Genius Group, and this is a stock that we have been watching again since last week. Currently over the previous 5 days it is up in excess of 111%. I think so far today I think it was down in excess of 10%. But the key thing that you need to be aware of here, shout out to Roger James Hamilton, is in the post here it states, join me in the GNS Genius Group Investor live stream Thursday 8 AM PT, covering all the latest developments in the company. Register on this link, so go ahead to that YouTube channel, register, where the agenda is going to include senior appointments, new partnerships, upcoming Genius developments, update on the ERLF spin-off and timing, acquisition activity, legal updates, which should be interesting, and there's also a section there for Q&A, which I think should be quite informative. And for anybody who's looking at due diligence for GNS, shout out here to Cable, who stated here on with a link on Reddit, basically saying when there's smoke there's fire, time for the next squeeze. So again, high risk high reward stock, ticker symbol GNS. And the next stock we're going to look at is ticker symbol TTOO. This is a stock that was also identified in our weekly watch list in the previous week, and it's also been a stock that's featured in our daily stock alerts that is shared with the Discord members prior to trading each day. So shout out also here to Just Michelle, who stated the TTOO CEO states that the T2 Biosystems products will lead to a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity. So again, strong catalyst here. The CEO stated that their product will lead to a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity, looking at testing panels able to detect sepsis, basically causing bacterial pathogens directly from the whole blood. And sepsis is the #1 cause of death in US hospital, claiming 270,000 lives every year and 11 million lives worldwide, looking at a cost in excess of $62 billion. So again, huge market there. And we have a look at the chart today for ticker symbol TTOO, also known as T2 Biosystems. Today it was up in excess of 51.56%, and I think we can also see over the previous 5 days it's also up in excess of 108%. So it's certainly doing exceptionally well, ticker symbol TTOO. The final stock I'd like to share with you is HUMA Whcih, also known as Humacyte, and shout out here to Unusual Wales with a post that we also shared in our Discord, and it states here, Tommy Tuberville bought $45,000 in HUMA, a penny biotech stock, on July the 20th and $50,000 right when the Ukraine war started. So this is now up 46% due to the tissue implants in the Ukraine war, and it sits on the Armed Services Committee. Very unusual. So that's the background to the stock. So let's have a look at the latest developments. So headline here from Monday, August the 14th, 2023. Humacyte second quarter 2023 financial results. So the results are out, and we can see here that they've completed enrollment in phase 2 and 3 of the V005 trial of HAV in vascular trauma repair. Top line results on track for quarter 3 2023. So that's something that we will keep an eye out. But in terms of the Ukraine connection, it states here results from vascular trauma humanitarian program in Ukraine highlighted at the 2023 military health system research. So again, huge obviously benefit for this company of that. In terms of the company profile, we can see it's a clinical stage biotech platform company developing universally implantable bioengineered human tissue at commercial scale. So obviously looking to generate huge amounts of revenue, and it's now announced the financial results. So key highlights here, they've made significant strides in the first half of 2023, and obviously they're filing for vascular trauma indication with the US FDA in the fourth quarter of 2023. So finally, in terms of a key catalyst that I'd like to share with you for this company, we can see here the clinical and regulatory updates. Completed enrollment of phase 2/3 clinical trial of HAV in vascular trauma repair in July 2023. The company announced completion of this phase 2/3 trial. And the trial is a single-arm, open-label pivot study of patients suffering from vascular trauma. And obviously this is something that they're looking at. At the bottom, we can see here the FDA plan for the fourth quarter of 2023. And the results are also expected in the third quarter of 2023, intending to support the filing in the fourth quarter. So again, something certainly to keep an eye on. So let's finish off by having a look at the chart. Here over the previous 5 days is up in excess of 44%. Close of today in a significantly red market. It was also up very close to 11%, at closing up 10.89% at $4.48. So again, volume is significantly up, and we can see here the general trend is certainly going up, and want to keep an eye on HUMA Whcih. Finally, if you'd like to get live notifications of breaking news with regard to stocks such as GNS, HUMA and also TTOO, you can certainly join us in our Discord. The details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.